Hello everyone, I am Gattacus, and today we will be continuing our guided walkthrough for Mystic Quest. Last episode, Benji and best girl Phoebe braved the wintry cave to reclaim the Libra Crest that a monster stole. This episode, we'll use that crest to try to save Aquaria, clear some more battlefields, and explore the Falls Basin. Now sit back and grab some snacks as we dive in. So where are we at? Oh, there we are, level 13. Oh, we're almost at Phoebe's level. And here we are, where we left off last episode, just outside the wintry cave, and conveniently surrounded by two battlefields that just want nothing but to be defeated by Benji and Phoebe. So I'm going to start with the battlefield just south of us, number 7, and this one's prize is 99 XP. Yeah, not that great, and it has 3 enemies to face. We're going to have the Scorpion, which is weak to fire, has Tail, Scissor, and Rapier, which are physical attacks, and Poison Sting, which is a non-elemental poison attack. Then there is the Giant Toad, which has Whip Tongue, which is physical damage, Poison Fluid, which does poison, and Body Odor, which will paralyze you. Then there's the third enemy we'll face, the Edgehog, which does Sting and Rapier, which are physical attacks, Blinder, which does non-elemental damage and blinds you, and Paraneedle, which does non-elemental paralyze damage. And look at the little buggers right there. They're kind of cute, except when they have their inverted mohawks. Now, both the Scorpion and the Edgehog are weak to fire, so feel free to use that. Oh, well, Benji's been paralyzed. But feel free to use fire if you want. I'm going to hold off for a while on spells because I'm going to want those for Battlefield 8. Trust me. But with that, since we have seen every enemy that this battlefield has to offer, I will see you guys during the final bout. BRB. Alright, here we are, final fight, and it looks just like the last one you saw. So in other words, unless Phoebe gets paralyzed, this should be pretty easy. Come on, Phoebe, take down that Edgehog. Yeah, Sanic is down. Bet Eggman wishes it was this easy. Alright, easy peasy. Cleaned him out, 99 XP, didn't even level up. With that done, we're gonna head on over here to battlefield number 8. And I see Phoebe is running low on arrows. Don't worry, we have plenty of arrows for this one. This one, we're gonna mostly use magic. But Battlefield 8's prize is $600 due, so it's actually pretty good, and we're only gonna face one enemy. And that is the Desert Hag. Now, you gotta be careful with this little bugger. You get damaged if you physically hurt them without killing them. Now, the game's going to call that a, quote, counter, and the Desert Hag is gonna counter every single time this happens. Other enemies, it's sometimes. Now, Phoebe can kill them every time with one hit. Benji, however, can't. So I'll show that off real quick here by sending Phoebe to defend. Or never mind, Benji just one-shot him. Alright, well, next fight it is. Try that one more time. Come on, Benji, I'm trying to show you get hurt. There we go. So, yeah, they call it a counter. You take a portion of the damage back. So Benji took 48 damage. Also, I love the surprised Pikachu face going on there. Now, this will be the killing blow. Doesn't matter which one hits them, but because it dies, it can't counter. So keep that in mind. Now that we've gone over the Hag's counter mechanic, let's go over the rest of its card here. Hag has Fin, which does physical attack, Water Gun, which is a water attack, and Double Hit, which is physical damage up to 2 times, but they are weak to fire. So just use the fire spell. This is the easiest way to take them out. And especially with Phoebe, her magic is pretty high. She killed them both in one hit. But that's the easy way, so we don't have to rely on Phoebe's arrows. See you guys at the final bout. Alright, final fight with a lone Desert Hag. Yeah, well, Benji's out of magic. Okay, defend. Phoebe, I choose you. Use fire. It's super effective. And we won, cleaned him out, got $600 dues. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to continue the story, because remember we got the Libra Crest, which we have to go back to the Libra Temple to use it, which will grant us access to the Wakewater inside the Life Temple, but first we have to go all the way back to this cave where we got Phoebe. Now it's real easy in here, and if you want, you could come up here and refill Phoebe's arrows, which I want to do. So every time you enter and exit, you will get 10 arrows. I highly recommend doing this to get back up to 99 arrows. See you guys then. Alright, there we go. We have 99 arrows. Now all we have to do is step on the symbol, and we'll enter the Life Temple. That must be the Spring of Life. Kinda looks like an empty box to me, but oh well. What's the problem? The water's dried up. It's hopeless now. Don't give up yet. There's someone inside. Let's have a look. Yeah, so what they're talking about is if we head to the north through this little doorway here. Old man! Hey, old man, Aquaria is in great danger. I know that. We need Wakewater to melt the ice. But the Wakewater is dried up. It's hopeless. Hear me! All that's left of the Wakewater is in this bag. Take it and go back to Aquaria. There we go. We got the key item, Wakewater, and he left us again. So, like usual, it just sits in our inventory. Now, one more thing I'm going to do, which is rather frustrating. Back here is a chest that refills with gear potions. We're up to 42. That could easily become 99. And you don't have to go and use the teleporter. If you just head south down here, you'll end up on the world map in an inaccessible spot that you can't move with. And ignore the boat. Don't worry about the boat. We can't do anything about the boat. But if you want, you can walk in and out here and get 99 cure potions. I think I might... How many do I have? 45. You know what? 45 is a good number. If I ever need more, I can come back. But if you would like to, have fun. So with that, I'm going to head on out and continue the story. We gotta get to Aquaria before old man Spencer, I don't know, starves to death underground. Oh, well, I guess the game's on rails again. I am not in control. Oh no! Wakewater, please save our town! Looks more like a village. But, is that it? That's it! I guess this town will stay frozen until the crystal of water shines again. Then we better hurry to the ice pyramid. How'd you know it's there? Where does he get this information? Now, we are pretty hurt and running low on spell points, so I am actually going to stop at the inn and, on a rare occasion, rest here for $95 dues. I mean, we did just get 600, and conveniently there are 2 beds, so we didn't have to share this time. Ah, Tristram. Now that we have the official goal to head to the ice pyramid, it's not as easy as you'd think. There's a mini dungeon in the way called Basin that we have to complete first. Now in here, it's pretty short, so it's not too bad, and there's only 2 regular enemies we will face here, and that is the Desert Hag, which we talked about before, weak to fire, Thin is physical, water gun's a water attack, and double hits physical ×2. But there is the new enemy, Lamia. They are weak to water, wind, and thunder, have Wrap Around, which is a physical attack, Gaze, which can confuse you, and their most annoying attack by far is Sleep Lure, where it'll put you to sleep. Now, oh, well, I guess we're on rails for a minute. Well, let's push this out of our way, and that is supposed to inform you of this dungeon's gimmick. We have to bridge certain gaps in this dungeon, where Benji is standing is one of those gaps, with these little pedestals, and there's only 3. First, we're going to want to do is take it all the way up here to the top left, create a little jumping bridge for us, and then head through the northwest door. Now in here, that is what a Desert Hag looks like on the ground, so let's give it a fight. Now remember, they will counter physical damage that does not kill them, so Benji's, unless he crits, is going to take a hit right now. But since Phoebe can kill them in 1 hit, she does not get countered. Yeah, Yeah, so there we go. Took about 50 damage. That's mainly how they're going to deal damage. Their other attacks aren't that bad. Easy peasy, though. Now, when we go out through this door here, we can jump across. Woohoo! And defeat another desert hag. I guess the real question is, why are they called desert hags when they're in an ice area? Shouldn't they be, you know, frosty hags, ice hags? I don't know. Anyway, this enemy here is the Lamia, and they're not hard, they're just annoying. So I'm gonna have Benji go after them, and Phoebe go after the hag. And it's kind of weird. Yeah, they look like snakes when they're in their second sprite. I don't know. And here we go. Here it started. The stupid sleep lure. Like, I'd rather be confused, I swear. Oh, speak of the devil. Now he's having a confusing dream, I guess. Other than that, they're not hard. They're just annoying. And that one's probably going to get poisoned to death. Oh, never mind. Phoebe actually hit. And Benji leveled up in his sleep. Let's take a quick peek. Alright, well, getting up there. His defense is just leaps and bounds above Phoebe's, but everything else, not that great. Okay, but anyway, this gives us access to our second block, which now we want to put it here, because we gotta go back up and jump across to continue. Woohoo! I'm a little annoyed puzzles like this are not more prevalent in this game. I think I would have liked it more if they did this more frequently, but oh well, can't win them all. Now you gotta be careful here because we gotta push it so we don't get it stuck. Otherwise, when we leave and come back in, it resets everything. So we're gonna want to push it all the way over here, carefully. There we go. Now it should work as a bridge to get to that desert hag. But before we do that, I'm actually going to take this one over here. And we could have used the one on the south too, I guess. I just like taking this one personally. And we gotta work it all the way over here, kinda around this spot here to bridge this gap. But yeah, there's a couple different ways to do these puzzles here, so have fun with it. There's no single right way. Woohoo! And do a fight. Easy McPeasy. Now we gotta go back inside the waterfall, but hey, a treasure! We got bombs! I love bombs! Now that one wasn't too bad, just put Phoebe asleep. Now the reason it gave you bombs is because we're gonna have to use one, so don't go too ham. Woohoo! Now we can jump over here, and we don't have to fight the boss immediately. We can pick up this treasure for the heal spell. So Benji now has 2 cure magics, which isn't bad at all. Now, when ready, speaking of which, I think I'm going to use one of the healing spells now and fight this boss here. Welcome to the snow crab and to desert hags, I guess. Now, the snow crab is annoying, but he is weak to axe, has giant blade and full Nelson, which are physical attacks, icy foam, which is a water attack and actually hurts quite a bit, tornado for a wind attack, and stare, so he can also confuse us. Remember, the desert hags are weak to fire, so I'm going to have both Phoebe and Benji use a fire spell and take both of them out. However, the snow crab is pretty resistant to it, as you saw, with only 1 damage. But we were able to take out 2 enemies, so I will allow it. Now, he's weak to axe, so switch over to that for Benji. And if you want to conserve arrows, Thunder is a pretty good spell to use. Not only because of AC/DC, but it does pretty good damage. Oh, good, yeah. Even though Phoebe is strong to wind attacks, that did a significant amount of damage. So make sure you're keeping an eye on everyone's health. Oh, no, don't confuse. Well, she's confused. His second sprite is foaming at the mouth. Oh good, Phoebe's back to normal. Alright, come on, Phoebe, hit with the arrows. Oh, wow, Benji, you just chopped off half his claw. That's a lot of damage. Speaking of damage, you should probably heal yourself, bud. There we go. Okay, he's got to be close to death. This turn, come on, take him out. Do it. Critical hit. Yes, we won. Like it was hard. Alright, now that he's defeated, what is it, Phoebe? You can use explosives, right? Here's how to use the Jumbo Bomb. Who is a what now? We just got a Jumbo Bomb. You know what that means? New weapon. That's right, we have the second tier of the explosive. So the bomb's attack power went from 63 to 112. Our other weapons aren't even half of that. Good gravy. Yeah, and that is one big bomb sprite too. And with that, we are outside again, which opens up another battlefield, number 9. For a prize of 540 XP, which is pretty darn good. Now this one is going to have 3 enemies for us to fight, starting with the Lamia here, which, as we previously saw, is weak to water and wind and thunder. Has Wraparound, which is physical attack, Gaze to confuse us, and Sleep Lure to put Phoebe to sleep. Or both of us. Fantastic. Yeah, gall darn nuisance enemies. Okay, can you guys take her out, please? And I don't mean on a date, I mean to a grave. Come on. There we go. Don't need that snake, mama. There we go. Here's our second enemy. We have the Mage. They are weak to fire for some reason. They have the Blizzard spell, which is a water attack. Muffle, so they can silence us. Good thing both Benji and Phoebe are immune to that. And they have the Cure spell, so they can heal other enemies or themselves. They're, again, super annoying. You know, since after this I'm going to rest at Aquaria, I'm going to start using magic and just plow through these guys. Now, see you guys when we face a desert hag. Oh, would you look at that. We finally face a desert hag. We should be plenty familiar with them for now. Just watch out for the counters. So I'm gonna have Benji burn the hag with fire and Phoebe use thunder because, well, Lamia's weak to it. Easy peasy. I love that he's like shocked Pikachu face. My friends! Know me! There we go. See you all in the last fight. Alright, here we are, last fight, and for funsies, and I'm kind of running out of magic, I'm going to have Benji use his Jumbo Bomb. Let's see what it does. Looks the same, didn't do that much damage, and there they go. Curing themselves, they're super annoying like that. It is best just to fry them with fire. Or have Phoebe attack. That is equally acceptable. And there we go, we won. Cleaned them out, got 540 XP. Still not even a single level. Gulp, darn it. But with that, that was actually quite a bit, even though this might be a shorter episode. So I'm going to head back to Aquaria's Inn, definitely rest, because the next dungeon, the Ice Pyramid, is crazy long. Oh, and a lot of fights in there. So for now, this is where we'll call it quits. This has been part 6 of our Mystic Quest guided walkthrough, where we defeated even more battlefields and found out the Wakewater didn't do anything, so now we have to take on the Ice Pyramid next episode. If you like the episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, as it'll help the channel grow. Thanks.